Hey there, hi there, ho there, hello there. My name's Adam. Welcome back to the channel Kaputy Inc. My Ford F-250 with a automatic transfer case, gas engine, was having an issue with the four-wheel drive working. This was the problem. Let's tell you how I figured it out. Here we go. So let's go over a list of reasons why I figured out it was the TCM, but it's not. It's the GEM module. First thing we did was check to see if the motor on the transfer case works. I have spares because I have all the same truck. Tried out a spare. That didn't change anything. So then I actually tried the one off a truck that I know for sure the transfer case motor works. Put it on there. It worked. So we know it's not the transfer case motor. So next up is our relays. Are they good and in working order? Swap them out with new ones. I just have new relays laying around, so I swapped those out. Still no change. So the likelihood that all the relays, that 4 relays are bad, especially 2 that are brand new, pretty slim. So next up, we check the switch. I happen to have spare switch, so I switched this switch into a different truck. Take the other truck switch, put it into this one. The other truck still works. This truck still does not work, so we know the switch is no good. So now we're wondering what's left, and I figure out that on the relays they're ground triggered. So we find the wire, we add ground to it. We hear the transfer case work, but the light on the dash does not work. It doesn't say 4-wheel drive, even though it is now switched into 4-wheel drive. All that is done through the GEM module. So beginning to think there's probably something wrong with the GEM module. Let's send this to my buddy who's a expert, a professional mechanic. He goes over the wiring diagram, he checks and makes sure all the powers and grounds are where they're supposed to be on the GEM module. They are. Okay, it's most likely the GEM module. So I contact this company called yourpartsource.com. Awesome place, quick turnaround, reasonable price, they're honest with you. You do not talk to them on the phone, just so you know. You email them, they get back to you very quickly, but they don't really take phone calls. So the first thing that they asked me to do was to send them pictures of my board. Okay, here is actually a spare GEM module because after I sent them pictures of the board, they wanted to see this, they wanted to see that. This is easy to get out. This clips together by hand. All you have to do is pop a couple clips and this thing goes in and out. You just need like a little screwdriver to open it up, a jackknife, nothing to it. There. Now this is back ready to install. You need to specifically have this part number. The reason I have 2 of these and I have a spare and not one in the truck is because when I sent them pictures of my board, it had a few burn marks on the back. Check it out. Those burn marks indicate that obviously something's wrong. So when they saw that, they said, well, there's a 60-40 chance we can fix it. 60 in favor, but there is a chance it won't fix. Well, I bought this on Marketplace. I'd also bought this on Marketplace. Okay. Guy told me that the numbers matched up. He lied to me. They do not. This is a 4C3T, 14B205. This is a 2C3T. So the only number that was different was the first, the 2 and a 4. That's important. Your truck needs to have a specific one. So they said 60-40 it is. So I bought this to have as a spare in case, because this is a plow truck and we got to have it going. So hey, if you guys can't fix that one, because then there's always the possibility that this one shows up screwed too. So for $100 I covered my tail. $120 with shipping. The guy was cool about it on Marketplace. So we're down to that. So in the meantime, there are things you can do. I found a video online on YouTube here where it shows how you can bypass that. The relays are ground triggered, and I'll try and show you the wires because I have them. I had this thing all summer just on a toggle switch before I took the time to fix this. You know, wait till it's fucking snowplow season to put it down. You idiot.
An idiot sandwich.
So I'll show you what that looks like. This is located behind the dash under the glove box. You take the glove box, you push the sides in a little bit, there's little tabs, it flops down. I think it's like 1 or 2 10mm bolts. There's a little metal bracket that attaches on this end. I think that's the glove box side. There's like 2 bolts here and maybe a bolt here or something like that. And then you just unplug it. So you send it this, my part source, they were awesome. I shipped it out on a Monday. I had it back by like a Thursday or a Friday. Very quick turnaround. They did a great job. Very happy with them. GEM module located behind the glove box. Pull glove box door. Remove. Insurance card. Outdated insurance card. 9 of them. Magnum extra large condoms. Not me, but probably you.
I dropped my monster condom that I use for my Magnum dong.
Push it in. Just push the sides in. It's got these little stoppers. They'll get out of the way. It's right here. Couple of bolts, couple of plugs. Out she comes. Put condoms. Documentation. Back in. It's a good time to throw away your 9 outdated insurance cards. I currently have the dash apart, awaiting my new repaired speedometer. This is obviously your switch. Unplugs from the back. What has it got? 4 wires running to it. And I do believe this is pretty much all ground besides 1 power wire for illumination. Ground in, ground out, ground out. I replaced it with this for the time being and wire. These was 1 ground in, and then these are the 2 wires that run to the solenoids. You send 1 ground for 1 to send it into whatever, and another ground I think helps it return, triggers the other relay. I think it's like once the relay hits, it moves it so much, and then you send ground on the exact same wire, and the relay hits again and allows it to move into 4 low. Then if you send ground to the other wire, back to 4 high, back to 2-wheel drive. Okay, so yeah, this tested good. Another functioning part under the hood here. So you have 2 relay blocks. I already took the top off this one, just like I did to your mom at the after prom party.
Are you trying to seduce me?
Yes, ma'am, I am.
Anyways, 2 relays. They are ground triggered, I do believe is how this works. They must always have like power running to them, and they just provide a ground to do what they need to do. You push this little tab in and slide it up. And then on the back side here, I had to fix this because I had to cut these wires to make an extra neat way to do it. Okay, so you just send, let's see here, we got a brown, is that orange? Orange and blue wire. Focus, focus. Well, trust me, this orange and blue wire here. And then over here, it's a brown and yellow by the looks of it. If you look though, they're in the same spot on each relay. They go to the outermost port. And that ground trigger is what tells that relay to activate and tells the transfer case motor to switch into gear. And if everything's working properly, it should do that and the light should come on your dash. So if the light does not come on your dash, even after you get it to change by adding a ground to this, then you know you have an issue probably with something sending signal and not the relays. I mean, these are just simple things. The GEM module does all the thinking. Anyways, in conclusion, assuming all your vacuum ports are all hooked up, whatever, that's not for this video. Your drive shafts are installed, working, not broken, and your transfer case itself is not shucked. What are they, a chain or a teeth, whatever it is. Assuming all that stuff should be working properly, that when it stopped working, you didn't hear a large bang and screeching noise that sounded really expensive. You need to check your relays to make sure they work, your switch to make sure that that's working properly, your transfer case control unit, motor to make sure that that's working. If they are not, and especially if you can make one of those activate and you don't get the light on the dash, I think that's a pretty important thing, because the light on the dash, I do believe, is controlled through the GEM module. Like older models, I do believe they had a sensor for where its position was. This, I do believe, does not. Or if it is, it's physically within that control motor, and it sends a signal back to there. That sends a signal to the dash. So a lot of times, if all that stuff tests out good, it's a GEM. Hit up eBay, spend $400 or $500 for a used one. Facebook Marketplace, Craigslist, Junkyard, maybe you can get one for $200. The fact that you can have yours rebuilt for, I do believe it's $199 from yourpartsource.com. $200 something with tax and shipping. Is a good negotiating point to not pay $400 or $500. Otherwise, yeah, send yours to yourpartsource.com. So their deal is, it's they're not sponsoring me, by the way, either. I paid full goddamn price to have that one repaired, and I am excited about it. If they can't fix it, you, instead of the service that you paid like $199, I think you can get it on eBay, or you can just contact them directly. They only charge you like $90, I do believe, for the service of doing it, or for a diagnostic or whatever. So if you send it to them and you're screwed, at least it doesn't cost you that $200. So, but yeah, take that thing apart. If you see any burn marks on that circuit board, obviously you got something going on. It's simple. Always try and make sure you discharge yourself. I think that's a thing. So before you touch the circuit board, just touch the metal, snap, make sure you don't have a whole bunch of static electricity built up in you. I do believe you can short a circuit board by that, like it's a electricity jolt. I'm no fucking electrician, so hope you enjoyed. See you on the next one.